Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. This week has been pretty crazy so far with all the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer news, but curiously enough, even though the big reveal event was specifically focused on multiplayer, it wasn't just limited to multiplayer and multiplayer alone. In fact, the reveal trailer actually teased the zombies mode ever so slightly at the very end of it, and during the deep dive into multiplayer, Treyarch actually touched on Warzone and had a pretty detailed post about what to expect as Warzone transfers to Call of Duty 2020. Because as of now, there is still a lot of uncertainty regarding how exactly that's gonna work. You know, what all is actually going to transfer, what's not going to transfer, all things of that nature are still, like I said, pretty uncertain. But by the end of the video, we should have a much better understanding of what to expect for Warzone within Black Ops Cold War. So as we go through everything today, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, we are always covering the latest Call of Duty news and intel for Black Ops Cold War, Modern Warfare, Warzone, you name it, you're gonna find it right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. Also, from now through Monday, my G Fuel discount code WhosImmortal will actually get you 30% off your entire order. So if you want to grab a new tub, a shaker cup, a starter pack, pretty much anything from the G Fuel site, code WhosImmortal has got you covered. Now, first and foremost, I still see a ton of comments asking about this, so for complete clarification, yes, Warzone is going to be a part of Black Ops Cold War. No, we're not going to see Blackout 2. No, we're not going to see a brand new Battle Royale. Warzone is by far the biggest Battle Royale that Call of Duty has ever had, and they plan to keep it alive in the coming years. So it's simply going to transfer to Cold War. Well, I say simply, but it's actually not that simple. So let's start first with a direct quote from Activision that they put out a few days back, which says, Black Ops Cold War will also support and build on the hit free-to-play experience Call of Duty Warzone. Black Ops Cold War includes shared progression features with Warzone, adding brand new inventory items that can be used in both Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. Warzone players will still have access to all their Call of Duty Modern Warfare content, including operators and weapon blueprints that they previously earned. So out of this, there is one very big thing I want to point out, right? This specifically says Warzone players will still have access to their Modern Warfare content, meaning within Black Ops Cold War Warzone, or as I think they should call it, Cold Warzone, those players will still have their operators and blueprints from Modern Warfare available. However, in Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, that content would not be available just because it honestly wouldn't make any sense. Modern Warfare's multiplayer takes place in 2019, Black Ops Cold War's multiplayer takes place in 1983. Warzone is apparently different in some way where the two can actually connect, however, and thus that's how that's going to work out. Now, obviously, that also confirms that both operators and weapon blueprints are going to return in Warzone within Black Ops Cold War, so we're still going to be able to use Gaz and Ghost and any of the other operators that we've earned so far, alongside any blueprints as well, be it your Anime Uzi or your OG M4, that is all going to transfer over into Cold War's iteration of Warzone. As far as camos go, we can assume that is also going to transfer as well, simply because that is earnable content. But moving away from the speculation and into the fact, here's what Treyarch actually had to say about Warzone in this upcoming year. So they start with, Warzone is going to promote cross-play, cross-progression, and also cross-generational play. Meaning you could technically have a party with a player on Xbox One, a player on Xbox Series X, a player on PS4, a player on PS5, and a player on PC all in one lobby together. Of course, if there is in fact 5-man squads in Cold Warzone, that could all happen within just one party, let alone one larger game of 150 plus players in general. Now, that also means you could transfer all of your progression from Xbox Series X over to PC, over to PlayStation 4, or even PlayStation 5 even, by linking everything through your Activision account as well. Treyarch also goes on to say that Warzone will continue to evolve after Black Ops Cold War launches, interweaving some of the Cold War themes, weapons, and operators into the game. Both Black Ops Cold War and Warzone are going to have seasonal post-launch content that actually runs through the Battle Pass system and the store, and both modes will have shared progression too, meaning your rank progression in Black Ops Cold War will also equal your rank progression over in Warzone and vice versa, which is basically just like how we saw it happen this year in Modern Warfare and Warzone. Then, they say at launch, Cold War is set to include a brand new leveling journey that will later, keyword later, connect to Warzone, allowing players to unlock new functional content to use in both titles. So I'm not gonna lie, to me that makes it seem like Warzone may not actually be a full thing at launch, or at least maybe leveling won't be a full thing at launch, just because they say that this new leveling journey will connect to Warzone later on. Honestly, like I said, I'm very confused by that statement there. Hopefully we get some clarification in the coming days and weeks. Anyways, this post continues on by saying, on top of all the new Cold War content, Warzone players will still have access to previously earned weapons, operators, blueprints, equipment, cosmetics, and so on that they earned during Modern Warfare. And note, this content is only available in Modern Warfare and Warzone and not within Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. So this is basically just reiterating what we talked about earlier. Now, here's what Treyarch says this all means. Modern Warfare's content items will be retained when Black Ops Cold War launches. All new Black Ops Cold War content like weapons and attachments can be unlocked by playing Black Ops Cold War and/or Warzone as well. The Battle Pass system is going to include free tiers similar to Modern Warfare's system this year, in which brand new base weapons will all be unlockable. And quickly touching on that note some more, that does mean that once again, all the new DLC weapons that we see for Cold War are going to be available for free for everyone through the new Battle Pass each season. Then this continues on with Battle Passes will launch in tandem with post-launch live seasons, which will include themed content that matches each season's new narrative. Players can see the content they will earn or buy through the Battle Pass or store, and that's basically all the same stuff that we have this year within Modern Warfare. We also learned that the Battle Pass and store will feature a variety of cosmetic content, including operators, weapons, blueprints, player identity items like calling cards, emblems, all that stuff, and even more. And finally, there will not be a season pass model this year. Post-launch multiplayer maps and modes are going to be free and given to all players simultaneously on all platforms. So, just like Modern Warfare, there will be no major DLC exclusivity. But, that said, Sony does still have an exclusivity contract with Activision, so much like how the beta is available for PS4 players first, I would expect some content to be exclusive or to be released first to PlayStation players over everyone else on Xbox and PC, so just keep that in mind there. Now, even though that clarifies a ton of stuff regarding how Warzone is going to transfer to Black Ops Cold War, there is still a lot that we don't know, and presumably we are going to find out more as we get closer to launch. I believe we are going to see other reveals regarding zombies and Warzone at some later date, but currently, the main questions that we still have include what exactly is going to happen to the map and what is the customization going to be like for Cold Warzone as well. As far as the map goes, apparently Treyarch had mentioned that it's going to build off of Verdansk, or at least pick up where that story ends off, so we don't really know if that means Verdansk is just going to evolve into Cold Warzone's gameplay and then we're going to have like parts of each map mixed together, or if that means we're going to get an entirely new map sort of by itself and as a standalone thing. Whatever the case may be, as of now that is still a giant question mark. Then honestly, what I'm even more curious about is how the customization is going to work, primarily relating to the loadouts within Warzone for this upcoming year. Obviously, we have the gunsmith in Warzone now, and that is going to be returning in Black Ops Cold War in sort of an improved fashion, if you will, where we can actually have up to 8 attachments on one weapon if you use a wildcard for it. And the first thing that comes to mind there is, are we going to be able to put 8 attachments on the M4A1 or on the Grau or on the MP5, so on and so forth? Like, imagine an M4 that has a monolithic suppressor, the M16 barrel, the tac laser, the hollow sight, the close quarters stock, the commando foregrip, the 60 round mags, and then also the stipple grip tape. Like, that would be an absolutely absurd class setup to use. So if that is a possibility, Warzone is going to be interesting. I don't know if that'd make gameplay worse or if it'd make gameplay better. I don't think that's something you can really predict, but I will say I kind of like the 5 attachment maximum, so maybe wildcards just won't play a part in Warzone. Who knows? Hopefully we'll get some more information on this stuff in the coming days and weeks leading up to launch. Anyways, with all of that being said, that is effectively what we just learned about Warzone's crossover into Black Ops Cold War. And that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, and everything in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As I mentioned in the intro, until Tuesday, my G Fuel discount code WHosImmortal will actually get you 30% off your entire order. So if you want to grab anything from the G Fuel site, now is easily the best time to do so. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.